So CNX has had a history of innovation, and that really allows us to be at the cutting edge of the digital oil field.
Our infancy, kind of the start of our gas operations, was in the vein of capturing a gas that had otherwise been vented to atmosphere. New technology had to be created. We needed the ability to centrally look at what was going on underground, what was going on at each individual wellhead, and react at a really high rate of speed.
We were a legacy company, and we had to recalibrate ourselves somewhat after we moved on from a coal company into a natural gas manufacturer. So we shifted, we became faster, we raised our situational awareness, we raised our capabilities in terms of operating our well pads remotely, and all this was to get to more positive financial results.
CNX has always known that data is going to be a key driver in making all these decisions effectively and get that high level of operational efficiencies and operational effectiveness. We realized early that a lot of these remote sites don't have good connections to be able to move a lot of this high-frequency data. When you're a drilling site, when you're on a frac site, there's tons of data that's being collected every second for hundreds of different parameters. And to be able to move that data effectively, you needed to have a solid infrastructure, solid network in place to do that. And relying on just the network that was available out at that point in time would not have been sufficient. For that reason, we built our own high-speed private data network that connects tens of thousands of instruments that we have out in the field and brings in gigabits of data every hour to our cloud infrastructure.
Because we've made the investments in that network infrastructure or our microwave towers, we get to enjoy data at a rate that can't be replicated. Someone can't come in and say, okay, I want high resolution information on 100 instruments on one pad. We can do that. So that upfront investment in that microwave network and our radio system is going to facilitate discoveries that we don't even know today that are going to be had.
Having this in-house data architecture is really beneficial to the guys in the field for numerous reasons. Number one, they have the same insights into all the real-time data that's going on all the other locations. So they can know instantly, hey, are we having an issue with our water pipeline? Are we going to be delayed on the next frac stage? What's wireline doing while I'm sitting in the frac van? They can pull up their phone and see exactly what's going on there. The other benefit is the real-time alerting aspect. These are big locations with a lot to monitor. There can be 40, 50 people out here. So one person can't monitor everything. So having a system in place that's monitoring all this data and letting you know real time when we are deviating from the parameters, you can get an alert on your phone and go fix it right away within 30 seconds to a minute. We now have this big data set that we can use to identify trends and anomalies that can be used to prevent downtime, increase our efficiency, and reduce maintenance.
Accurately collecting and reporting emissions data is of utmost importance to us. So we've developed a lot of in-house applications to automate and digitize what used to be a manually labor-intensive process. So our teams can now focus their efforts on analyzing that data and reducing emissions rather than collecting the data.
Using a data-driven design and approach, we quickly turned to the artificial intelligence space over time to assist us in managing a lot of our assets.
AI is not new to CNX. We've been using artificial intelligence for a very long time. A lot of our stations, a lot of our production pads, they have PLCs, they have the devices that make autonomous decisions.
Some of the intended consequence of that allows us to manipulate those wells and the set points that control those wells by using suggestions from artificial intelligence. We've been able to reduce our emission of greenhouse gases by stabilizing the well and reducing emission events. That has taken us to a next level in terms of our own corporate responsibility.
Previously, the diesel, it probably was produced thousands of miles away. It was processed at thousands of miles away. It traveled thousands of those miles to come to Greene County on our frac fleet to provide the power that we need. Now, the frac fleets are getting powered using natural gas from our own wells, which are 500 feet away.
You know, if you think about the speed necessary to make a lot of adjustments at once to preserve the safety of the underground environment, 20 years ago, we were putting fiber optic lines out to our wellheads to get high rates of data and be able to control lots of things all at once.
We're leveraging technology to do more with the resources that we have.
It's the ability to control things from afar that has allowed us to really scale our well inventory, maintaining the same physical structure of a real-time operations center, of our field operations. That has not changed. What has changed is our ability to move the company forward by growing that well count and performing the same tasks that were done by hand. Now they're done digitally. We turn the digital wrench.
CNX is a leader in technology, and what others have been talking about, we've already been doing that for years.